I'm a very positive person.
Yeah, you seem.
I try to think positively about everything. So wherever there's a negative, I try to take the positive out of it and focus on that rather than that, because dwelling on things,
It will suck you down.
it will suck the life out of you. And that's what how I use acting really as well. I use it more as therapy.
That's interesting, because a lot of art comes from pain, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, yeah. The best art comes from pain.
Yeah,
you know.
And most comedians have got depression in that, haven't
they have, yeah. A lot of them have manic depression and everything, you know.
Yeah. Most of us,
it's something that you can channel your energy into.
Yeah.
So I feel like anything creative, you can just focus on that, and no matter what you're going through, and you just put all that passion in.
Exactly. So I mean, you think of it like this: if you're like sitting there and you're thinking about things over and over again, and you're sitting there and you're making yourself ill and you're dwelling over it, the way how I got out of that was, hang on, acting's my passion. Instead of doing this, why not flip that round and do it in a positive way? Put this energy into a character.
Yeah, make it into something a bit more like, put that sort of side of your personality into something that you can then project and then kind of let go of in a way.
Exactly, it is, and it is like therapy.
Yeah, because really you can be proud of it as well, actually, when you think about it, and then you can be proud of your own pain. That's really quite clever. Yeah. It doesn't usually get this deep this quick.
No.
Normally at this point we're talking about our favourite types of tea. By the way, if anyone wants to get Charlene a cup of tea, we had this conversation before.
Oh a cup of tea. You can't beat brew, man. Yorkshire.
It's got to be Yorkshire.
It's got to be Yorkshire.
Yeah. But okay, going back to what we were saying though, I mean, okay, so your granddad brought you up in the East End, right? And then you went from there back to
my mum's,
Your mum's in Walsall, yeah?
No, not to Walsall, in East London.
Oh, right.
So yeah, my dad's from Walsall.
At the same time, and then
when my mum moved us from Walsall, because that's where my dad's from Walsall.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Peaky Blinders meets EastEnders.
Okay.
Basically.
Jesus Christ! I mean, no wonder there's a bit of drama in your past.
I know, but you know, it's colourful. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, when my mum moved us to the East End and my granddad passed away, my mum obviously, my mum was living with a boyfriend at the time, and so she left me with my granddad, and so I was the child that was left behind. Yeah.
What the fuck?
It is what it is. At the
You
end of
must
the
have
day,
some serious abandonment issues from that. I mean, that's fucked.
I did, but I don't know more. You know, because
That's incredible.
Yeah, because you know why should I let my past rob my future? You know, I've already been robbed enough.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
So, but yeah,
that's a lovely way of putting it. I've already been robbed enough.
That's what I'm saying. That's the most positive way of putting it. You know, don't dwell on it. You know, learn from it, grow from it, let it grow you. You know,
it's created a very independent individual, as you were saying before. You know, I mean, like you were able to sort of just, you know, get off your ass and just get going with it.
Yeah,
and then it's
I had no choice. You know, because I had no one there for me to, you know, like sort of guide me or anything. I had myself, and that was it. You know, and so I've had to do it on my own, and that's all I know how to do. Cool. You know, so. But yeah, so when I went to live with my mum when my granddad died, she weren't the greatest mum in the world.
Well, I mean, she did kind of palm you off to your granddad for 6 years. So I mean, no offense to her.
So is your granddad on your mum or dad's?
My mum's side. Oh, okay. Yeah. He was a great man as well. He really was.
It's good that you had that foundation of actual love in that early formation stage, because they do say that that's the part that really does impact.
That's when you sponge. You know, all your learning, like all your important learning about like you know, emotions and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, exactly. They're the most important years of your life, and it's important to give your kid a good start.
Yeah, because I was like how that's affected you as a parent as well. Like,
I mean, I've learned how not to be a parent by my mum, so she did teach me something, you know.
That's such a good it's a nice little backhander there. I love that. That's she deserves it. I mean, you know.
But I mean, I feel like everybody can take that from their parents, what not to do, because no parent's perfect.
No, of course they're not. Yeah, but they don't
just palm you off.
That's true. Yeah. I'm just saying no parent's perfect in the first place, so there's always stuff you can take.
Definitely,
what not to do.
Yeah,
and that's from my mum.
Yeah, but like, you know, I don't hate my mum or anything. I don't. You know, she's my mum still. At the end of the day, she's one of the reasons why I'm here. You know, I don't know, no, but I don't wish any ill on her. You know, she's got a lot of issues herself. And that's what, as I was going through this process, when I was diagnosed with CPTSD because of all this.
I've had that as well.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
What is that?
Complex PTSD is where it's not quite... it's where you have a prolonged period of stress that basically culminates in PTSD symptoms, such as rumination is one that really fucked me up. You can't sleep. You get it comes up in your dreams. You find yourself feeling socially disengaged and things like that. You're heavily depressed at times. get flashbacks, everything.
Yeah,
and
flashbacks are the one that was for me. It was like I was reliving it all over again.
all the time.
It's
And
horrible.
for me, it was just going round in my head over and over and over. But it's not one specific event. It's a period of
a long period of time of trauma.
of exceptional stress. So, for example, for me, it was that thing that happened in 22 and also in 2012. And I guess for you, it was the parent thing and everything like that.
Yeah.
Fucked you up.
Oh, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Let me ask. So, was there a time you were angry with your mother?
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course I was. Yeah, I was so angry. I was honestly, I was like a loose cannon when I was younger. I would like anyone that kind of even looked at me the wrong way, I said the wrong thing, I'd want to fight them, because
You're so little.
I know, but don't underestimate the little ones. That's all I can say.
Believe me, those are the ones that fight.
Yeah. I really can't wait to get a picture of these two. You're like 5 foot, he's 6'6". I'm just going to be standing in the middle, feeling like Malcolm, being like, well, I just feel a bit like
Malcolm in the middle because you're actually in the middle.
Oh god, it's going to be so. Well, actually, I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, thank goodness for like camera angles, but you should see the angles on these cameras. It's like Marlon one is like all the way pointing upwards, and now I think I'm nice and level. It's taken us 15 minutes to do it, but no. Okay, so with that whole background thing, and then it's like, so how did you deal with that rage?
The gym.
Eventually.
The gym, yeah. Went to the gym, punch bag, doing weights and everything. I just kind of become addicted to that, really.
That helps a lot.
It does help, and I highly recommend it to anyone that has anger issues. Like, there's the kids that I work with for the Underdog crew.
I was going to ask about that later.
Oh yeah, no, I'll just tell you this bit.
No, crack on.
Yeah,
no, honestly.
A lot of these kids that come to us, they're angry. They're really angry because they feel like the world's not fair, especially this day and age. The world's hard now.
Yeah.
And they're angry a lot, and a lot of it is to do with trauma or any disability they've got that they've been gone undiagnosed for, like autism and ADHD.
Yeah, that was tough. It is tough.
And it's really tough. And then if they don't feel like someone's listening to them or anything, or if everyone's just being too authoritative,
or being like, oh shush, or kind of telling you're a bother. I think ADHD kids, and I only really know that because I do a lot of research on it for myself and also for my blog. But that wasn't a cheap sell, I promise. But it's it was one of the things that a lot of people with those conditions, like people who aren't neurotypical, because you put in all the effort and do everything you're supposed to, but it never comes back to you in the way that it does for everyone else.
Yeah. And
so you start to think, well, what the fuck have I done wrong?
Yeah.
And I think ADHD people make up 25% of the prison population in the UK, but only 3% of the general population.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yeah. So you're either a genius or you're an
interesting
asshole.
because it mostly goes undiagnosed, right?
Yeah, but so when they go to prison, then they get.
Oh, that's when they get.
That's when people are given the attention that they need to kind of understand who they are as people and why they committed whatever crimes they get convicted.
Yeah.
But then you have the catastrophizing thing. So a lot of these people probably haven't committed as bad a crime as they've been accused of. I don't know. I mean, I'm speaking generally here, but I'm jumping to conclusions on that one. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to jump.
No, you're all right. It's fine. It's good.
So I just wanted to jump in there. So you use exercise and other sporting activities to help deal with certain traumas in your life. Did you ever seek professional help?
I did, I did seek therapy, but that didn't work for me, and I'll tell you for why.